Good evening, folks. Mark Wilson here in the Fan Cave. It's Saturday, July 18th, 2020. What I have here is a NuTone Proline 1 Industrial. Picked this up for free today. I had to drive about an hour to get it. Yeah, it actually it does work. We'll take it for a test spin now. Dun, 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 and go. A little dusty, a little dirty, but that's all right. Not using my SLR with the tripod. I'm just using the cell phone video, so won't be as good quality as some of my previous ones, but that's all right. You get the idea. It's a fan and it spins. Now, if the spin down, I'm going to take this opportunity to thank you folks for watching. Please do subscribe to my YouTube page called The Fan Cave. Check out my Facebook page of the same name. Yeah, interesting thing about this fan, showed up on Facebook Marketplace, and it's in Gardner, Mass, a good hour from me or so, but went out, I was driving out there. It's way out in the middle of nowhere. It's in the country, and it was actually a grocery store. I remember when I got to, I couldn't really remember where it was, but I, looked it up, and when I got to the intersection, I had to take a left, and the house it was in I was about a mile or so from there. But at the same intersection, I remembered, I used to take a right up there, and there was a really cool little independent grocery store, small place, but I remember there was a Tweedledbug fan and there were 3 industrials. I can't remember what they were, but in sort of an part of the store where there was a highish ceiling with exposed, rafters and over the produce section. And I got there, and it had been, that high area where the high ceiling was actually it was a drop ceiling now. And I asked the lady at the counter if, the checkout line, if, I said, geez, I guess they'd put up the drop ceiling last year, and said, well, do they uninstall the fans, or are they kind of trapped under there? And she didn't know. So hopefully the fans will be preserved in good condition. Sometime I might go back and see if I can track down the owner and see if they'll let me go up there and salvage the fans. But yeah, who knows? But anyway, yeah, I got this this Proline, and it was they had, when I got in there, the lady said, she was actually having a yard sale at the time, and she asked if, I could just come into the garage and pick it up, and so, oh, sure, I went in, and there was an identical Proline hanging up in the garage, so I said, can I, I'll buy that off you, but the house had just been sold, so I couldn't uninstall any fixtures, but I'm going to send a letter to the new owners. I know the address, so I'm just going to write a letter and ask if, if I can swap it out or buy it off them, because they are pretty cool fans. The more the merrier, the more I can get, the better. Yeah, she said it hadn't been tested. She didn't know if it worked or not, so she just gave it to me for free. And so anyway, yeah, this is the NuTone Proline 1, which has a safer motor. You could tell by the little ribs on the edge and this little circle at the bottom, this little, design. And they had a, there's actually probably just a slug that they put in, because on the, like the NuTone slim lines that they use the same motor, they actually have the switch housing there, so they probably just, make the blank right here, and because they don't need it for the industrial, but you know, for the switch housing, if they want to put a light kit or whatever, they probably just make the design, you know, make them all the same, and then just fill this in with a little slug, and then, but they have, you know, yeah, I've always liked these fans. There was one when I was a kid at a, there was a white one in the car dealership. My parents would always get the good old Daniels LaSalle Chrysler Plymouth, no longer, you know, it's long since been bulldozed, and it's a Walgreens and Melrose now. But yeah, there was one in the showroom I used to love, and that got replaced in the mid-90s with a Hunter Infinity with a remote. And but you know, in the shop, you know, the garage area and the body shop and the mechanics bays, they also had these Prolines. So sort of a childhood fan, and so that's about it. Thanks a lot for watching. Have a good night. Good night and good luck.